Alright, we're now on high rates. So let's see the roll rate now. Ooh, oh yeah. This is definitely an aerobatic plane. Let's see a snap roll. Ooh.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Eric.
And I'm John, and welcome to John's RC.
And today we have a very beautiful plane to show you guys. This is the E-flite Ultimate 3D from Horizon Hobby. As usual, John will be talking about the specs for the plane. And then afterwards, I will talk to you guys about the build and any challenges that we faced during the build. Then after that, you guys can go and watch the video of John doing the Maiden for this plane. I actually haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna give this plane a shot, but we'll see how it goes. So John, you start first.
So like my dad said, this is the E-flite Ultimate 3D biplane from Horizon Hobby. And this plane has full 3D capabilities, whether you're using a 3S or a 4S battery. And the battery of my choice for the Maiden will be a Spektrum 4S 2200 mAh smart battery. And in order to achieve that level of performance, this model is actually using a BL10 brushless outrunner motor, and that motor is attached to a 60 amp Spektrum Avian Smart ESC. In order to have the biplane handle the crazy maneuvers that it can do, it's equipped with 4 high torque metal geared servos attached to ball linkages to give you that precise control. And the pre-installed receiver is a Spektrum AR637TA receiver with full range telemetry. So this model is a bind fly model, so that means you have to supply yourself with your own transmitter, your own flight battery, and your own flight battery charger. My transmitter of choice is my Spektrum NX8, and the cool thing about the NX8 is that I was able to download my own profile for it without having to program anything in. And it was cool because there was 2 profiles. There was one profile with the reversing for the Ultimate, and there was one without the reversing. And my dad will talk to you about the reversing later. So this model has a wingspan of 954 millimeters, a length of approximately 1082 millimeters, and yeah, now my dad will talk to you about the build.
All right, John, thank you. All right, guys, so let's talk about the build. All right, guys, here's the way you start the build. You start the build with first installing the landing gear. So let me flip the plane upside down for you so you can see. So the landing gears are pretty easy. So if you come over here and take a look, the landing gear is one piece. So you don't have to install the wheel pants. It's already come pre-installed. It's one solid piece. You just bolt it on with 3 M3x10 screws. So that pretty much locks the landing gear in place. Then after that, what you have to do is, let me put the plane back up on its side, right side. Then what you have to do is you have to install the horizontal stabilizers. And the way you do that is there is a spar in between the horizontals. It's not one piece that you can just slide in. So these are actually 2 halves, okay? And it came with 2 spars. It came with a carbon fiber spar, and it came with this solid steel rod spar. And my understanding is if you're going to be using this plane on a 4S, you would use the solid steel bar spar. And if you're going to be using this on a 3S, then you would use the carbon fiber one. I'm not really sure why, other than the fact that, obviously, if you're going to be using a 4S, it might be heavier, so you'd want to, compensate for the weight with the steel bar. And plus the fact that the steel bar is much, much stronger than this carbon fiber, so in order to take the excessive G that this plane has to go through. So again, it's basically 2 pieces. You push them in together with the spar in, and then you just put in 4 pieces of this clear tape. Okay, so there's really no gluing, and there's no screwing on the horizontal tail. Then what you do was, once you get that done, is you install the bottom half of the biplane wing. Now again, this wing is a 1-piece wing, and you basically just slide this thing in place. Now of course, there's going to be some aileron cables. There's going to be 2 aileron cables that you're going to have to fish through from the fuse all the way back into the receiver. Now the receiver is inside here. you cannot access the receiver from the top of the plane. So once you lock this plane, once you get the wing installed, okay, the only way to access that receiver is to remove the entire bottom wing again. And again, one more time, the way you install the bottom wing is it slides in through a guide, and then you use this. If you come over here and show you, there's a locking pin, and you basically just turn this pin about 90 degrees, and that locks the bottom wing into place, okay? Then we take our attention and we focus it on the top wing. So let's put this back. All right. So now the top wing installs the exact same way, right? So if you look over here, there is another locking pin mechanism. So you just rest it, okay? And then you turn this about 90 degrees and that locks the plane. Now obviously this little thing is not gonna be enough, okay, to hold this wing in place. All right guys, so let me show you guys how to lock the bottom wing with the top wing. So let me turn the plane to you so you can see. And let me go over to that side. All right, so if you look very closely over at this plane and the wing, there are actually 4 locking pins. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. And so let me show you how this works. So let me take out one of the locking pins for you so you can see. So that is what a locking pin looks like. And the way it works is you have to shoot it through this brace inside that hole, and it has to go through that guide, and it has to come out the other side, okay? So what you do, and it might take multiple tries, because it took me multiple tries, but you basically put this on top, okay, of the guide, right? Then you take your locking pin, you put it inside, okay, and then you have to squeeze this down while you're pushing this down, okay, and there you go, see? So it locks into place, okay? So you do that, you do the same thing for this one, you do the same thing for that one, and you do the same thing for that one. So that's how you lock the bottom wing with the top wing. Okay, so let's open the plane back up so I can show you guys some of the electronics. All right guys, so if you come a little bit closer, let me show you the inside of the plane. Now again, I told you that you cannot access the receiver from the top, as you can see. So this is where the battery goes. As you can see, we are using that 4S1200 battery, okay? So that's the actual battery compartment. So as you can see, no access to the receiver, and it is using an IC3 connector. So that basically just slides into place, okay? And then you connect it, all right? And then you just close the hatch. One thing I do want to talk to you guys about is the installation for the prop. So one of the challenges that we did face was the installation of the prop. So if you guys come and take a look at this, so this is part of the manual, right? This is the an update for the manual. As you can see, you've got the we've got this prop shaft, or they're calling it the collet, and then you've got the spinner, the back plate spinner, then the prop, and then a washer and of some kind, and then the nut, and then the nose cone itself. So for this build, and I don't understand why, I had to leave this this back plate spinner because every time I tried to install the spinner, I could not get the nose cone screw to go in. No matter how tight I made this bolt, no matter how close I made this prop, you know, to press against the back plate, for some reason I just could not screw the nose cone in place with this installed. So I had to leave this one out. So I'm hoping that there's no detrimental thing that'll happen. Hopefully this prop doesn't spin off during flight, but again, I could not get this thing to install. All right guys, so just some final notes on the installation. The manual did call for 89 millimeters for the CG, and again, that's 89 millimeters from the top of the wing, from the leading edge, top of the wing, back. So I did mark that 89 millimeter CG with this gyro tape here. So the cool thing is I did not have any issues with the CG. So when I put in the 4S battery on the stated CG, I mean, plus or minus 2 millimeters, we were able to get the plane to balance. On the 3S, it was leaning towards, you know, on the tail side. So I think really the recommended battery for this one is probably best at 4S 2200. That's where the CG was dead on. Okay. And lastly, if you guys don't already own a pair of balding pliers, I highly suggest you get one, because these little ball link things that Jon was talking about, okay, they're very cool, they're very precise, and they're very strong, but they're also very, very difficult to take off and put back on using your thumb and index fingers. So you're gonna want to invest on a pair of balding pliers. All right, Jon, any last notes?
Yes, this model also has AS3X and Safe Select. So AS3X is to just compensate for the wind, and Safe Select, so when Safe is on, that means you'll have limited freedom in your break and pitch, so you can't do a roll or like loops upside down when Safe is on. But if you take Safe off, you won't have those limitations anymore, and you'll be able to do anything you want with the plane.
And you guys all know that I can only fly planes if Safe is enabled. If you guys watched the last video that we did on the T-28 Trojan, I was only able to fly that plane because Jon was able to switch between Safe on and Safe off.
So yeah, let's go and fly, guys.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the flying field. All right, guys, we've got the Ultimate 3D all plugged in. We are using a 4S 2200. So Jon, let's just do a quick ground check. Give me right ailerons, left ailerons, give me rudder, give me elevators. All right, give me a little bit of throttle. All right, let's try out the Safe Select. Safe off, Safe on. Okay. All right. While we're here, let's do the reverse throttle test. Give me a forward throttle. Okay, give me a reverse throttle. Excellent. All right, Jon, good luck to you.
All right, I have all my rates on mid-rate, so hopefully it flies well. I'm gonna be taking off on Safe, so here we go. Taking off. Okay, first thing I see, very fast indeed. Looks like it's kind of drifting left. Let me take off Safe so I can trim that. Oh no, that's just Safe, okay. Alright, Safe likes to make it drift left. I don't like that. But it's pretty balanced. There's no trims for pitch to be made. Alright. Nice. Yes, I'm not going to be using Safe because Safe likes to ruin the flight. It likes to drift left on Safe. Let me do a knife edge. Okay, do a low pass. It's very stable. Does knife edge very well. Whoa. Okay. Let me try another hover. Yeah, I'm not the best with hovering. You have to practice with that. But as you can see, it can also go very slow. It's good. Let me try high rate. Alright, we're now on high rates. So let's see the roll rate now. Oh yeah. This is definitely an aerobatic plane. Let's see a snap roll. Ooh. Very, very nice plane. It looks so good. Yeah. Okay, that was definitely a better hover. Yeah, going back on mid-rate. Let me try a loop. I haven't even done a loop yet. Such a nice plane. Very, very nice plane. My new favorite 3D plane. Alright. Landing! Here we go. Okay. Kind of hard taxiing. It's fine. No, okay. Yeah. It likes to drift left while taxiing. But alright, that was the maiden flight on the Ultimate 3D. It flew very, very well. I was able to do all my maneuvers. I was able to do my hovering, upside down, loops, rolls. But with just one thing, when I was on safe, it liked to drift left, and I'm pretty sure that's not ideal. So yeah, definitely try to fly this out of safe, or I'm not sure if this is just like my model doing that, but yeah, safe doesn't seem like it should be on this plane. But yeah.
Alright, well, that was a great flight, and now that I know that I won't be able to fly it on safe, there's no way I'm going to be able to fly this at all then, so not on my skill level, but excellent flight, Jon. Excellent flight.
Okay, thanks for tuning to Jon's RC, and if you're new to our channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys!
Bye guys!